one of my favorite people, Jimmy Nevis, is joining me in studio. Jimmy, thank you for joining me.
Oi, what's up?
Oh, you know, just chilling.
Just chilling.
How's your day been?
It's been interesting, you know. I've been up till 3 in the morning pretty much every night this past couple of weeks.
What have you been doing until 3 in the morning?
You know, cooking.
Being awesome.
No, I've been making music, you know.
Yeah.
Working on some new stuff. And yes, I've just been, you know, feeling it a lot. And
Awesome.
like I was saying to everyone earlier on, like, you're not a real musician unless you're up till 3 in the morning.
It's true.
Yeah.
I feel like now you've passed that.
I've passed that, you know. I'm graduating slowly. Yeah.
Okay, I want to get back to what you've been up to in just a little bit. But first I want to talk about the Twitter blanket drive.
Yes.
So you've recently just become a part of the 5th official Twitter blanket drive.
Yeah.
For people who are watching who don't know what that is, what is it?
It's pretty much self-explanatory, you know. I think it's just about the community coming together, donating blankets to kind of protect and warm up Cape Town, to encourage people to come forward and take initiative, be a part of something that is not only for a good cause, but kind of bringing people together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's just an incredible initiative, you know. It's very much online. That's kind of how it all started, through Twitter. And it's grown tremendously. I mean, there's so many people that are involved. It's happening all over the country. And even in Namibia, it's pretty much all over.
Amazing.
So I think it's quite a big deal. And I love the fact that, you know, it encourages everyone to bring something so small, but yet be turning it into something so
we take for
big.
granted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And I mean, it's a simple thing that they're asking for a blanket. And I think if every person in Cape Town would give a blanket, then that could be insane. I mean, that would just be turning something that, you know, is something that we take for granted every single day and turning it into something that could be bigger than all of us.
Especially winter's coming.
Yeah.
And there's so many people in need. It's something that most of us can give. The founder of the campaign tweeted, "What if every person on Twitter donated a blanket to the poor?"
Yeah.
So I think you just answered why it's important for you to be involved. How did you get involved?
Well, my team and I, we often do a lot of charity gigs or get involved with organizations, shelters, different events. And last year, I mean, the rain in South Africa was so intense. I mean, I remember...
It was actually my first winter in South Africa.
Yeah?
And I couldn't believe the rain.
It's insane. And, you know, I think it's so unpredictable because you really don't know. I mean, it's almost June and I don't, you know, the rain, it's now and then, but it's so sunny today. It's very awkward. But
Cape Town weather.
Cape Town
awkward.
weather, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, you know, while some of us are tucked in, you know, in our beds and with heaters and with all these resources, there are people out there who don't have and who depend on us to help sustain their lives. And so I think, you know, well, last year I started just tweeting about it and encouraging people to look up different organizations that are doing blanket drives and get involved with that, you know, and I think that was my whole standpoint on it. And then this year, a friend of mine told me about this initiative. And there wasn't any thought or anything. I went straight in for it because, I mean, this is something that I'm all about the community, and I love it when people are getting involved and not necessarily one organization doing things for others. You know what I mean? But when different people in the community can take responsibility for their own people, you know, and I think that's what it's all about. You know, whether you're in Cape Town, Durban, Joburg, whatever. You are responsible for your people. And I think, you know, I always tell, I'm lying, I don't always tell people anything. But,
you know, just went with it.
You know, I think your community is kind of like your family. You know, you don't always have to like them, you don't always have to agree with them. But I'd like to think that when it comes down to models and helping and the time of need, that we are able to be there for one another. So I think, you know, if you are able and if you can give, then you should give.